Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Weekend Update. It is a happy Halloween, spooky edition of the Weekend Update. We've had a fantastic week here at Samson Properties. Hopefully you all have had a great week as well and ready for a fun weekend. Selling lots of homes and hopefully having some fun with friends and family as well. Let's dive into everything that's happened at Samson this week. First of all, we had a fantastic grand opening on Monday to kick off the week. Brand new Columbia office, beautiful pitch, fantastic stuff. Really excited for our Cardinal staff and Samson staff to have a new home there in Columbia. If you weren't able to make it out, I encourage you to go by, see the office. Boomy and the crew will take great care of you out there in Columbia. So thanks for everybody that made that a fun day for all the Samson family. Then yesterday at headquarters, we had our Halloween bash. Thanks to all the sponsors that pitched in to make it great. Lots of great costumes all over. My mom actually texted this morning, "What happened to your foot? I saw you on Facebook." I'm Michael Scott when he cooked his foot. And Meredith next to me, there's Dwight Schrute. So if you know, you know. Eric, shout out to Eric Purvis for winning the costume contest with his MC Hammer rendition, complete with the hammer dance. So it was fantastic stuff. Good times by all. We've got a business mastery class coming up December 9th, another amazing day. We're going to be back at International Country Club, 9 to 12:30. We've got Steve and Caitlin Ellis, fantastic realtors. Bob and Ronna from the Bob and Ronna Group. And then closing out the day, we'll have Jason Cheperdak. Just fantastic teaching from our Samson realtors to everybody. I encourage you all to come. It's free. RSVP on the nest so we know you're coming. We can have enough breakfast for everybody. But we will serve some breakfast, have some great classes all morning. So look forward to seeing everybody Tuesday, December 9th. Exciting stuff there. Then before that, next week we got, I guess that's next week. Yeah, 2 weeks. Business planning event with Samson Plus. Our certified coaches are going to be teaching classes all day. Business planning for next year. Fantastic event, 9 to 3. Encourage you to come out. You can RSVP on the Cardinal Nest. Find out, get some great knowledge from all of our great coaches here at Samson Property. So I would not miss that. That's near a beautiful Gaithersburg conference room. So make sure you RSVP and show up next Friday, or just 2 weeks from now, Friday. Reminder, we've got Nova market share reports and DC market share reports on the Nest. Fantastic to be able to show off how we're number one in the area. So encourage you guys to go look at those. Also a reminder, keeping current matters. If you're not downloaded or logged in yet and downloaded the weekly blogs and weekly social media graphics, you're missing out. Fantastic stuff you need to dive into. You can find out more information on the Nest. You can also email the help desk if you need to get your login for keeping current matters. But I would encourage you to do that. David Childers is going to be in our sales meeting in 2 weeks. He'll pop in and give some state of the market speech and remind you all the great things going on at Keeping Current Matters. Let's dive into our weekly market report. We're going to start with the DC metropolitan area. 20,100 showings. Almost exactly the same as last week, so pretty flat week there. More showings than we had last week. 1,232 contracts, down a few from last week, so not too big of a deal though, fairly flat. New listings, 1,305, a few more than we had last week, so we'd like to see some more listings come out to the market. So we had a few more listings, a few less contracts. That will increase that inventory a little bit week over week. 10,500 total active listings, which is about 37% more than we had on the market at this point last year. So you can dive deeper on the Cardinal Nest or into all these stats through Bright if you'd like to, and you can get down to individual counties and regions. North Central Virginia snapshot, 5,400 showings, up 8%. So they were actually up in showings. Their contracts were pretty flat. New listings down 6%. So less listings is going to lead to a little bit cramping of inventory. So that's down 3,426. Listings are active inventory, 41% more than we had last year at this time. This number's been a little bit higher at times. So that's shrunk up a little bit. 11,000 showings in the Baltimore metro area, pretty flat. We've got 834 contracts. We actually had more contracts, 12% more this week. It's a good amount. It's about 100 more contracts. So that's good stuff there. New listings, 779, down 4%. It's going to shrink your inventory, less listings, more contracts. We have 28% more listings on the market than were at this point last year. I think that was up to about 30 last week. All right, we've got Maryland, West Virginia, Panhandle, 1,900 showings, down 7%. Contracts were actually up 21%. It's about 41 more contracts. 200 new listings is up. Both those numbers were down last week and back up this week. Who knows? I don't have a good rhyme or reason for why that is. 2,000 total active inventory, which is 25% more than we had at this point last week. Southern Maryland weekly snapshot. We were down there. We were at Prince Frederick for a fantastic HQDU and Lunch and Learn on Wednesday. So it was good to see all you folks. 1,300 showings, down a little bit from last week, 7%. Contracts 111, down 10% in contracts as well. But again, 10%, that's only 11 contracts. So not a huge deal there. New listings were down 7% again, but again, that's 7 less listings this week. Active inventory, 1,000 homes on the market, 43% more than we had last year at this time. This has gotten as high as 50 in recent weeks. All right, top performers for the week. First of all, our top individuals in volume. Angela Kable-Johnson, fantastic. Billy Samson, number 2. Helena Talbot, number 3. Irina Babb, number 4. And Aaron Probasco, number 5. A couple of you guys making those lists very often now. Number 1 in transactions, Billy Samson. Irina Babb, Micah Dianda, Mandy Cole, and Cesar Tellez. Fantastic job to our top 5s. Our top 5 in volume for the week teams. The Bob Ronna Group, number 1. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. Carolyn Young Team, number 3. One South Realty Group, number 4, and the K Group, number 5. Awesome, awesome stuff. Now we got a transaction, similar list. I think one new one at the bottom there. Bob Ronna Group, number 1. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. Carolyn Young Team, number 3. One South Realty Group down in Richmond, number 4, and the One Street Company, number 5. Great job to our top teams across our whole footprint. Got a lot of great Lunch and Learn events coming up. We're going to be in Timonium on Monday. We're excited about our first Lunch and Learn ever in Timonium. So excited to see the folks up there. Columbia, McLean, Reston, Frederick, Springfield, all in the next couple weeks. So look forward to seeing you at a Lunch and Learn. Remember, you get recruiting rewards if you invite somebody to a Lunch and Learn or an HQDU and they end up joining our brokerage. You get some rewards there. We've got HQDUs coming up next week. We're going to be in that beautiful new Columbia office. We're bringing HQDU right away. So we got Columbia on the 5th, Alexandria on the 12th, Bowie and Lake Ridge to start off December, so you can circle those on your calendar as well. We will not have any of the last 2 weeks of November there. All right, good stuff. Our sales meeting, that's one of the reasons. Sales meeting on Wednesday, November 19th. Our special guest will be David Childress for that, so circle that on your calendar. Let's hop into those Cardinal Title contract trends. 178 contracts we looked at this week. Interesting on the pricing. 40% were at list price, 40% lower, 20% higher in West Virginia. Very similar numbers in Virginia, where we've got about 40% lower, 30% at list, and a little bit 26% above. And then Maryland, D.C., 28% above, a smaller number, 23% at list, and then 49% higher. So it does tend to be the haves and the have-nots there. Days on market is very haves or have-nots. We got 50, 54, 64 lasting a long time. And then we've got some quick ones, 25, 25, 18. In the middle is that not quite as big. So it either goes quick or takes a long time. So pricing out the gate is most important. About 75% to 90% getting financing, 75 to 90 getting appraisal, inspection. 100% of Maryland DC contracts got a home inspection. That's crazy. 70% in Virginia, 70% in West Virginia got home inspection contingencies this week. Seller subsidy, numbers very similar to last week, 27, 35, 38. We've got the last thing here is we care about is that buyer rep. 98% of contracts got paid. Buyer rep, 9% of them didn't get a great rate, under 2%. 17% got 2%, and then, which means 74% total got 2.5 or more, and 14% got 3% or more. So that's good stuff there. Awesome stats that we get from our friends over there at Cardinal Title Group, so we're very thankful for that. Reminder, you can get Zillow Showcase, $250, fantastic deal. There's no chance I would have a listing without Zillow Showcase on it right now. All right, let's dive into the full week. We've got a weekly boost with Lynn Hamilton. Great way to start the week on Monday. We've got our Zillow Showcase training at 11:30 on Monday. Print marketing class Monday afternoon, as always, with my man Tommy. Tuesday morning, we've got group coaching with Pat Sowers from Samson Plus. Maryland Broker Beat with Kara. This is a virtual class on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. Bold Trail Basics at noon with Will. Sky Slope training at 2. So great classes there. Wednesday, Bold Trail. The class at noon will be about landing pages and squeeze pages with Will. We've got Maryland Broker Roadshow. So they're going to be at National Harbor from 1 to 3. So come see Kara and Kim in person. They'll go over contract stuff, answer questions. Great stuff there. Thanks, Kim and Kara. Your Fall Festival in Locust Grove, the 4 o'clock RSVP on the Cardinal Nest. Should be a good time out there at Locust Grove on Wednesday. Couple more. Oh, they're going to be busy. So they're going to be the Maryland Roadshow is going to be National Harbor 1 to 3, and then 6 to 8 at night. So they'll grab some dinner between, and then Kara and Kim will be right back at it in Waldorf. So excited for that. And then at night, we've got a virtual class from Cardinal Title Group giving you legal updates, 6:30 to 7:30. Awesome stuff. Thank you to our friends at Cardinal Title Group. Thursday, we've got a Lofty class at 10 a.m. Understanding the appraisal process and changes in the appraisal industry in Gainesville, probably with my man Jay Rousey associated with it, so thank you to them. Maryland Broker Roadshows in Burtonsville on Thursday. These ladies are going to be busy. Thursday, 11 to 1 in Burtonsville office. And then at 12 o'clock, you've got a Bull Trail class on campaigns and hashtags with Will. Great way to create business for free on Bull Trail. If you want more leads, you want more action, use campaigns, use hashtags, and we'll teach you how to do that on Thursday. You've also got your Lynn classes on Thursday, learning trails at 1 o'clock, determining your next step, and then at 2:30, marketing, be the go-to source in the master marketing, how to be the go-to source for all your clients and people out there. Finishing the week on Friday, fast track commercial training with Aladdin. Bull Trail with Will be in Stafford all day. Sign up for that. Residential contract training on virtually 10 o'clock on Friday, probably with my man Steve. And then Real Scout with Stephanie at 11 o'clock. If you're not using Real Scout yet, I don't know what to tell you. You got to be in there diving in. And you've got that class with Stephanie on Friday. So awesome week all around. We had grand openings, we had Halloween parties, we had HQD in Prince Frederick, so many things in between. Just want to thank you all so much for your continued hard work, your continued support. We're growing the #1 brokerage in the DMV and beyond. We're really excited about Annapolis being close to being open, maybe a couple weeks. Timonium's about to get going on their build. Warrenton about to get going on their build. Really exciting stuff. We're also looking to hopefully open a virtual office there at Hampton Road soon. More to come on that next week, probably. All right, so we're very excited for all the amazing things going on at Samson. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your support of Samson and Cardinal Title Group. Everybody have a blessed weekend. Stay safe out there in Halloween, and we will see you all next week. Take care.